All right, so today we're diving deep to help you prep for a furniture upholsterer job interview.
Cool.
We've got some awesome resources from RoleCatcher to guide us,
Right.
their career guide, the interview guide, and
hmm
we'll even touch on how their AI can give you that extra edge, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, getting ready for an interview can be a bit like
Oh, totally.
stepping into the unknown a bit.
Definitely feels that way.
So,
Yeah, so let's demystify it. So
exactly.
first things first,
Okay.
what exactly does a furniture upholsterer do? I mean, we all love comfy furniture,
Right.
but what's the magic behind it?
Well, according to RoleCatcher's Career Guide, they work with padding,
Oh,
springs,
yeah, all that good stuff.
webbing, covers, all the elements that
It all comes together.
make a piece of furniture not just visually appealing, but also comfortable.
Right, exactly. And where do these upholstery wizards typically work?
Well, you'll find them in workshops, factories,
Oh, I see.
sometimes even on site at a client's home.
Okay, so it's a pretty hands-on, dynamic environment.
Exactly. It's a very hands-on job, requires creativity, attention to detail.
Makes sense. You're basically giving furniture a whole makeover.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, let's get into the heart of it, the interview questions.
All right, let's do it.
RoleCatcher's interview guide has been super helpful. I've been looking through it,
Yeah, it's a great resource.
and I think a very common one is, how did you become interested in furniture upholstery?
That's a classic and a great opportunity for the candidate to really tell their story.
Right, share their passion. What sparked that initial interest?
Exactly. Was it a family member, maybe a grandparent who reupholstered furniture,
Oh, yeah.
or a class they took, or even just a fascination with transforming something old into something new?
Yeah, and I think it's key to avoid those generic answers.
Absolutely. This is their chance to stand out.
Totally. Show some personality, maybe talk about a specific piece that inspired them.
Yeah, a piece of furniture that maybe they saw in a museum or a friend's house.
Yeah.
That really ignited that spark.
Right, so it's about connecting that personal experience to the profession.
Exactly.
And be ready for follow-up questions.
Of course, the interviewer might dig a bit deeper.
Right, like,
Ask them to elaborate on their experience, maybe describe a particular project that really got them hooked.
I love that. It's all about storytelling.
It is.
Okay, let's move on to another question that I think is pretty common. What are your favorite types of fabrics to work with?
Ah, yes. This one's all about showcasing your knowledge and preferences.
Right, not just listing fabrics, but explaining why you like them.
Exactly. So don't just say leather or velvet.
Yeah.
Go deeper.
Yeah.
Is it the texture, the durability, the design possibilities? What is it about that fabric that speaks to you?
I love that. It's about connecting with the materials on a deeper level.
It is. And it shows the interviewer that you have a true appreciation for the craft.
Right. It's not just a job. It's
Yeah.
something you're passionate about.
Mm.
Okay, so speaking of showcasing expertise, the next question is all about quality. How do you ensure quality in your work?
This is a crucial one because
Yeah.
it shows your commitment to craftsmanship.
Attention to detail.
Exactly. This
yes,
is where you walk the interviewer through your quality control process.
Yeah.
Do you have a system for checking measurements, inspecting seams? How do you ensure a smooth finish?
Yeah. What are your little tricks of the trade?
Exactly. Share those little details that demonstrate your pride in your work.
Awesome. And, challenges are a part of any job. So how about this one? How do you handle difficult customers or projects?
Ah, yes. This is about problem solving and professionalism. So think of a specific example where
Yeah.
you faced a difficult situation, and maybe a demanding customer or a project that hit some unexpected snags, and share how you handled it concisely and professionally.
Yeah.
Did you stay calm? Did you find a creative solution? Focus on those positive outcomes and highlight your communication and problem-solving skills.
I love that. Turn that potential negative into a positive showcase of your skills.
Exactly.
Okay, here's one that I think allows candidates to really demonstrate their process. Can you walk us through your process for reupholstering a piece of furniture?
Ooh, this is a great one.
It's like a verbal demonstration.
It is. Think of it as giving the interviewer a virtual tour of your workshop.
I love that.
Break down the process into clear steps from assessing the piece to the final touches. Use descriptive language. Paint a picture with your words.
Yeah,
And don't be afraid to mention specific tools or techniques that showcase your expertise.
totally. And it's a chance to showcase your knowledge of different furniture styles.
Absolutely.
Like if you've worked with antiques or modern pieces, highlight that versatility.
Definitely. It shows you can adapt to different styles and eras. So you aced the interview, landed the job.
Congrats.
Now what?
Right. What happens after you become a furniture upholsterer? Where can this career take you?
That's where RoleCatcher's Career Guide really shines. It lays out potential career paths, different stages you might go through.
Oh, cool. So like a roadmap of sorts.
Exactly. You might start as an apprentice, learning the basics from the pros.
Okay, makes sense.
Then you could move up to becoming a fully qualified upholsterer.
Taking on more challenging projects.
Yeah, more responsibility. And as you gain experience, you might even specialize.
Oh, like in what?
Well, think antique restoration or maybe custom upholstery design.
Wow, so many options.
Right, you're not just stuck in one lane.
Okay, so let's say you've become a master upholsterer. What's next?
Well, the guide talks about becoming a supervisor,
Oh, wow.
leading a team, overseeing projects.
So you're sharing your expertise.
Exactly, mentoring the next generation of upholsterers.
That's awesome.
And for those with an entrepreneurial spirit, starting your own upholstery business is always a possibility.
That's the dream.
Right. Be your own boss. Set your own hours. But even if you don't go down that route, there's still room for growth within a company.
Okay, so how do you keep climbing that ladder?
Well, continuous learning is key. Staying curious, expanding your skill set.
Oh, right. The upholstery world is always changing. New trends and materials pop up all the time.
Exactly. So attend workshops, go to conferences, devour those online resources.
Stay up to date, basically.
Yeah, and technology plays a big role too. The guide mentions computer-aided design, CAD.
Oh, right. I've heard of that. But how does it apply to upholstery?
It helps with creating precise designs, visualizing projects,
Makes sense.
and even communicating with clients more effectively.
Wow, so even though it's a traditional craft, it's keeping up with the times.
Oh, absolutely. Embracing technology can definitely give you an edge.
So we've talked about technical skills, but what about the people side of things?
Ah, yes, client interaction. It's huge in this field.
Makes sense. You're creating something for their homes, after all.
Exactly. So effective communication is key. Active listening, clear explanations.
And managing expectations, I imagine.
Absolutely. You need to build rapport, understand their vision, make them feel heard.
Okay, so it's not just about being good with your hands, it's about connecting with people.
Right. It's about the whole package.
Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the physical demands of the job.
Yeah, it can be quite physically demanding.
Lots of lifting and moving furniture, I imagine.
Definitely. You're on your feet a lot, using tools that require strength and stamina.
Okay, so physical fitness is important.
It is. And safety, too. Always follow those safety protocols.
Right, wear your protective gear.
Exactly.
Now, with sustainability becoming more and more important, I wonder how that plays into upholstery.
That's a great point. And the guide actually mentions eco-friendly upholstery.
Oh, wow, so what does that involve?
Using sustainable materials, natural fibers, recycled fabrics, non-toxic finishes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. And even if you're not specializing in it, being aware of these principles is important.
Right, clients are definitely becoming more eco-conscious.
Absolutely. So being able to discuss those options can set you apart.
Okay, now let's talk about the fun part, the creative side of upholstery.
Ah, yes, the artistry.
It's like turning furniture into a blank canvas,
It is. You get to choose fabrics, patterns, trims,
bringing your designs to life.
and the possibilities are endless. You can go classic, contemporary, or completely unique.
It's all about expressing your vision.
Exactly.
But every piece of furniture comes with its own challenges.
Yeah, definitely. Structural issues, damage, intricate details.
It's like solving a puzzle sometimes.
It is. You have to get creative, use your problem-solving skills, and of course your technical expertise.
Right, to bring that furniture back to life.
And that's where the real satisfaction comes in.
Absolutely. So we've talked about career paths, skills, but let's circle back to interview prep for a sec.
Okay.
The guide stresses the importance of networking.
Ah, yes. It's not just what you know, it's who you know.
Exactly. But how do you network in the upholstery world?
Well, joining professional associations is a great start. Attending industry events, connecting with people online.
Oh, right. There are probably upholstery groups on social media.
Oh, tons. And don't underestimate the power of informational interviews.
Informational interviews.
Yeah, reach out to upholsterers you admire, ask for advice, insights.
It's all about making those connections.
Exactly, building relationships, learning from the best.
So networking can open doors to mentorship opportunities as well.
Absolutely, and remember, it's a two-way street.
Right. It's not just about taking, it's about contributing to the community.
Exactly, share your knowledge, offer help, be an active member.
I love that. So we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have, from landing the job to thriving in your career.
And RoleCatcher's resources have been super helpful.
Absolutely. They've got everything you need to prepare for that interview.
And to build a successful career as a furniture upholsterer.
Exactly. So if you're ready to dive into this creative and rewarding field,
Definitely check out RoleCatcher.
they've got your back.
And you know what? It's not just about restoring old pieces. You can create brand new ones, too.
Oh, absolutely. Custom designs, unique pieces that reflect your client's vision.
It's like being a furniture fashion designer.
Exactly. And you get to play with different materials, textures, colors.
So it's both an art and a craft.
It really is. It's a beautiful blend of creativity and skill.
Now, we talked about the importance of finding a job that aligns with your values.
Yeah.
But how does that translate to an interview setting?
Well, you can subtly weave it into your answers.
Okay.
Like, if sustainability is important to you, mention your interest in eco-friendly materials.
I see.
Or if you're passionate about historical preservation, talk about your experience with antique restoration.
So it's about showing that your values align with the company's.
Exactly. It shows you're not just there for a paycheck. You genuinely care about the work.
And speaking of finding the right fit, how does RoleCatcher's AI help you tailor your answers for specific job roles?
It's like having a personalized cheat sheet. Well, their AI analyzes job descriptions. It figures out what skills and experience are most important to that employer.
Okay.
So you can highlight those specific qualifications in your resume, your cover letter.
That makes sense. So it's not a one-size-fits-all approach.
No way. It's about tailoring your application to each specific job.
And it goes beyond just the application, right?
Right. RoleCatcher's AI also gives you feedback on your practice interview answers.
Oh, wow. Like a virtual mock interview.
Exactly. It can point out areas for improvement.
That's super helpful.
Yeah, it's like having an expert coach in your corner.
It really sounds like RoleCatcher is an invaluable tool for anyone looking to get into this field.
Absolutely. It can really give you that extra edge.
So we've explored so much today, from interview tips to career paths and even the evolving world of upholstery.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have, and it's been fascinating to dive deep into this craft.
It really is a unique blend of art, skill, and history.
Absolutely. And for our listeners who are interested in pursuing this career path, you're not just applying for a job. You're embarking on a journey of craftsmanship, creativity, and passion.
And don't be afraid to let your enthusiasm shine through.
Exactly. Showcase your skills, your passion. And remember, RoleCatcher is there to support you every step of the way.
They've got amazing resources and tools to help you succeed.
So dive in, explore your creativity, and who knows, maybe you'll be the next upholstery star.
I believe it.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of furniture upholstery.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep diving deep and keep learning.